Hey yo fam, welcome back to another reasoning. I'm your host Jasper, and if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to drop down below and hit that like button, that notification bell, and the subscribe button to stay with us for future reasonings. So you guys can already see what's on the screen here. I'm a bit excited for this one. Let's get into it. It is the Ledger Nano S Plus, and this is, if you guys don't know, one of the first 10,000 that they actually issued. So this is going to be one of the Genesis editions. So let's pop into it and see what it is. Actually, first of all, let's check out what's on the back of the box. So it says Ledger Nano S Plus, the smartest way to secure and buy, grow in your cryptocurrency. Then it has a little bit of fun facts about it. This is what it features: the secured chip. This is the design sophistication to withstand the attacks. This gives you the access to your private keys to protect all your valuable assets. And then you can see it, just use the Ledger Nano S Plus with your Ledger Live app to access a world of cryptocurrency services. You can see right here, you can protect and manage over 1,800 assets and NFTs. That's the biggest one, you guys, and NFTs, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more. another 1,798 more, right? Exactly, huh? So NFTs is the real big one, which is why I got this guy. We're now open to development friendly, right? You can see it says down here what it contains. It contains one hardware wallet, one USB cable, and the use of the product requires Android smartphones or a Windows computer. So it definitely has a little bit of a hard time with iOS, but they're definitely working on that with development right now. And again, you can use your computer for sure. So as it says here, it's made for use with the computer specifically. So you guys will see when we open this up. Let's open this guy up. Slide it off there. You can see the new design logo right there for Ledger. And let's get that presentation. Boom. Just like that. The Genesis edition right there in the front with the prominent 0 right there. So this is their actual logo, but this is the Genesis edition. So it has the new design. You can see I've already taken out all the paperwork in here. Again, this is a review more than an unboxing, you can say. Everything is out of here. There's nothing in this box anymore. Actually, I even took out the manual, the cords, everything that was in the box is just completely empty now. But I just threw it all back in here to show you guys. It's already been set up though. I've been already been using it for quite some time now. But I really appreciate the design on this Ledger device. So let's pop it open and it's actually show you what the new Ledger Nano Plus looks like. I'll give it a little time to focus. There we go. And then you can see the back side as well, the Ledger. I just put some tape on there because it's holding on the decal that I wanted on there. Probably don't even need that on there because it says Genesis on this side, so everybody should know this is the Genesis one. And you flip it open. So this one, if you guys have seen my previous video, the previous video I was showing just the Ledger Nano X rather than the Ledger Nano Plus or the Ledger Nano S edition. This is the original design. Originally, it had a hole in it just like this one, and it swung out. The thing about this one though is that it doesn't power on without being in a computer. So you cannot actually activate or turn this guy on without, and you can see right there, made in France, without it being in a computer. This has to be plugged in order to utilize it. So why that's so important is because this one actually has more security than the Ledger Nano X would. Because with the Ledger Nano X, that one you can just turn it on remotely. It has a battery inside of it. You can wirelessly Bluetooth it to a Ledger Live app. And if somebody has your information, they can actually withdraw their cryptocurrency from the Ledger Nano X wirelessly. So you don't want that to ever happen with this one. So this is pretty much like, you can say cold storage has a few different levels, right? So let's say that. Let's say cold storage has a few different levels. So you have an online marketplace or like a brokerage account, right? So that's just that you purchase from there. But some people actually do store their currencies in those same places. I definitely don't suggest that at all. But some people do store it in online brokerages. You shouldn't do it, but they do. So that's the first version. Then you have like a hot wallet, which is like your MetaMask. So that's connected to the internet. So if anybody hacks your computer, you're vulnerable at the device level with the MetaMask or a hot wallet. So if you have a hot wallet and it's on your computer and your computer gets hacked, they can access your hot wallet and they can transfer all the cryptocurrency off of your hot wallet because it's still connected to the internet. Can't have that. So that's the first level. You don't even have possession of it. It's in a brokerage account or it's in a money management account, like with like Binance or anything like that, with all the other ones. I can't even think of them right now, but all of the accumulating Bitcoin generators that have passive yields for very high APY and stuff like that. I would consider all of those brokerage accounts and out of your possession. They're not insured and stuff like of that nature. So we have the brokerage accounts, then we have the online MetaMask hot wallets where your device can be hacked. And then honestly, I'm going to say that we have the Ledger Nano X device. So then you have cold storage devices that can still be remotely accessed. You can still send, trade, and you can confirm transactions with the device. Like with the Ledger Nano X itself. Like if you get the Ledger Nano X, if you enter in the PIN, like if you know the PIN for that one, then all you have to do is transfer once you pair it to your Ledger Live app, right? So those first three levels are a little bit risky, having brokerage, hot wallet, then Bluetooth enabled Ledger Nano X. The fourth level, and this is pretty secure, honestly, this is pretty secure, is to have a cold storage wallet that does not have a battery in it, and the only way that this can be powered on is by plugging it into my Ledger Live account and unlocking it. So I have to actually, it's two storages. I have to have the password for this device, and I have to have the password for the Ledger Live account in order to unlock and transfer anything from this. So this is like a cold storage for cold storage right here. This is deep cold storage. This is like a freezer right here for sure, because there's no way to access this again without it being connected to my personal Ledger Live account. So that's very, very nifty. And a little bit of a pun on that one, speaking of nifty, this one has a much bigger storage than the original one, than the original Ledger Nano S. So this has a bigger screen on it. It's much more legible. If you guys want to see it, me plug it into my computer and turn it on, I'll definitely do that in another video. Just let me know down below if you want to see it powered up and actually functional, then I will do that. But just for now, I just wanted to show you. So this is pretty much like definitely like a freezer version of cold storage. The only thing deeper than this cold storage would be like if you personally purchased your cryptocurrency on the blockchain, and then you maybe like went on Etherscan, or you got the actual sequence of digits from your Bitcoin or something like that. The only way that you can be more secure than this is if it's just not even on a type of digital storage in existence. So like if you just know the sequence of numbers for your coin, you can go, I don't know, bury and hide that, and then there'd be absolutely no way to like if someone just sees a string of sequence of numbers, they might even not even know what that applies to. So there's no way to even utilize that. If somebody sees a cold storage wallet, even one that's a deep freezer like this, if they know what it is, they can start to target it, because it's like, oh, this is a Ledger account. Okay, so that means I need to have a Ledger Live. That means I need to have a USB. That means I need to have the computer and account set up. Like as soon as they see what it is, you can start to target and attack it if you can. But it's not very possible. It's not highly likely, but it is still a relevant risk if you do have something like this and somebody sees it, right? So start hacking into it. But if you have just your numbers stored off-site, that's just never been on the internet, it's just never been on digital account, you don't have it listed anywhere except for on paper, then obviously somebody can walk in and copy that paper. But as far as a displaced person though, that there's no way. Like it's nobody from far away would be able to get your recovery phrases. They would never be able to get your the sequence of digital numbers that actually is your coin. They can't retrieve that from far away if you have it physically. But if you have it online on a brokerage, if you have it in a hot storage MetaMask account, a hot wallet that's connected to the internet, if you have it in a Bluetooth enabled crypto wallet, and even honestly, if you have it in one of these, if they have my Ledger Live address, they have my Ledger Live account, they have my login for this device specifically, then it can be transferred. Again, if you just have the numbers and you don't have it correlated or connected with anything, it'd be very difficult to liquidate that coin, especially if they didn't know where it was. Because you can have a wallet that you just throw in the bottom of an ocean and it's still on that wallet in the bottom of the ocean. So now it's a lost wallet in the bottom of the ocean and you can't access it anymore. But in theory, you could still use the numbers on that wallet and nobody else in the world can use that same number sequence. So you know that is your coin and there is no more replication on there. But you can't actually retrieve it from that wallet. At that point, you're just trading the number, the sequence, and when it becomes available, then you can withdraw it from there. But anyway, just to keep it simple at this level, this I feel is like a deep freezer. So you've already seen, if you haven't already, drop down and see the past videos and past uploads. I've already uploaded a video with the standard Ledger Nano X, but this again is going to be a backup to the Ledger Nano X, and this is again what I would consider to be cold storage, since it's not even battery enabled and it has to be plugged into my Ledger Live account just to be accessed. The other one, the normal Ledger Nano X, I don't even have to have anything. I can just turn it on. I can see what's on there. I can see what accounts are set up and what is stable on there. And you can start interacting with the user interface just when you have the device. So if you lose your Ledger Nano X, I mean, it's password protected if you set up the password, but it still can be vulnerable if you lose it. If I lose this one, I mean, well, first, I'm not going to lose it, but if I do lose this one, it's very, very difficult to withdraw anything from here because it doesn't even power on without the proper setup and the proper hardware and software that goes along with it. So, for those of you who know as well, this Genesis edition comes with a free NFT. Comes with a free NFT already loaded on the device. And all I had to do was use the QR code that came with the box. I took it out of there because I didn't want to unbox it on camera and see the QR code and then start having to fight digitally with my ownership to the NFT that came with this. But this did come with an NFT. This is the Genesis edition. So the Genesis edition this is 1 out of 10,000, and 1 out of 10,000 of the likeness of the NFTs were created. And the NFT is literally just a picture of the Genesis device. So it would be really funny if, like, for example, like one day in the metaverse, you could not only have Bitcoin in the metaverse, but you can have Bitcoin storage in the metaverse. And it'd be really funny if we could like upload these Genesis edition NFTs to the metaverse and then resell them. Like, it's like, oh, you guys need, say, it's like, because these would be in theory, this is a bank. In theory, this is a bank in the metaverse. So if they make a Ledger NFT upload it to the metaverse, in theory, you could then just use that service as a money lending. You could just do the exact same thing that we do in the real life, but only in the metaverse, because they've already uploaded the Genesis NFT to it. So that's a little bit of a usable side, a functional, what would they call a functional application that could actually come from the NFT that they gave away with this. In addition to that, I mean, Ledger's a huge company. They've sold over 5 million hardware wallets up at this point, right? From 2022 now. So they've sold a fair number of hardware wallets. They're a big name in the hardware crypto community. So in addition to giving us the free NFT that could potentially become utilizable in the future, they can just airdrop us anytime we want, like anytime they want. Anytime they want, they can just know that they're a big company, know what they have in the budget and the balance sheets, and if they want to, they can just airdrop us 1 of 10,000 some, I don't know, Ledger coins, for example, some Genesis tokens, whatever you want to call it, some nanobytes, whatever they want to do. You can just mint coins, airdrop them to all of Genesis, mint more NFTs, drop those to the Genesis. Maybe Ledger already has NFTs. You can make an entire DAO. I think I forgot. I was just watching something recently. I forgot what it was, but it was a whole collection of a group of people that, it was the whole, yeah, it was the Logan Paul thing. That's what it was. It was the photography photos. That's what it was. So once you have a system set up like that, like a network, a group of individuals, you can start providing value to that group of individuals. So by having the Genesis edition with the NFT attachment that's also stored on this wallet address, so when I see my own minted NFT, it's connected on the Etherscan to this wallet address. So if you want to send anything to that same wallet address, it'll come right here. So that enables any type of value adding airdrops and for the future. And it's crazy because, I mean, there was no price difference with this, with the Genesis edition. You just had to act quickly. Like, it was the exact same price as all of the other ones, but this comes with the future possibilities. They're unlimited. It's whatever Ledger wants to do for the Genesis holders can be done. Anything that they want to do for the Genesis holders can be done. If they want us all to meet up in Paris, right? They can airdrop us tickets and we can travel using this. If they want us to whatever, they can airdrop us coupons. They can airdrop us anything. This is very, very valuable. I honestly don't think that people fully understand the magnitude of NFTs and of tokenomics of the crypto community, you can say at this point. I don't think people fully understand the grasp and scale that can be achieved. Everybody's just looking at the dollar signs of it all, and the dollar signs are completely irrelevant, right? If you guys are actually in crypto for being in crypto, dollar signs are irrelevant, and we're trying to convert dollar signs out of that anyway. So for the people who are just trying to become prophets or are trying to profiteer off of this new hyped wave that's going on, I mean, if they want to do that, they can do that, but it's nothing. In 30 years, I want to see what's on this wallet without me doing anything. Just sitting there. The camera can keep rolling unlimited. Just put it on a live stream, right? Live stream YouTube for 30 years. Leave it sitting right there. I want to see what the valuation of this becomes over time via airdrops. That's where it's at. People don't fully grasp where we're going. They only see where we are now and where we've gone from and where we've come from. Where we are now is in murky waters, but it has a very bright outlook. If you consider the bright outlook, the water no longer seems murky. It seems something of commonplace or current placement. It's not something that's everlasting. When you know there's a bright outlook, the current time is almost irrelevant. What really matters is knowing the future and knowing the possibility of the future. And I know that sounds a little bit like facetious maybe, but what I mean by knowing the future is meaning that I know that this can be airdropped. That doesn't mean that it will be airdropped. That doesn't mean that it's like set in stone. But by knowing that this can be airdropped, just that, it's the statistical odds of the possibility that actually enables us to know the future. And that is truly what it is. So it has nothing to do with the whole been here before approach, nothing like that. It's just the statistical possibility. This is the only wallet Ledger has ever made that can be airdropped. Just know that. If you just know that, this is the only wallet the Ledger has ever made that can be airdropped, you'll know the power that can come from this device. You've heard about the Bored Apes. You've heard them getting airdropped millions of dollars in tokens. You've heard about all of the other NFTs, the CryptoPunks. You've heard about all of them that receive those airdrops. I'm really hoping that a big company the size of Ledger will get us some airdrops. Alright guys, I just wanted to leave it there on that one. I just wanted to show you the Genesis edition of the Ledger Nano S Plus. Again, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to drop down below, hit that like button, that notification bell, and the subscribe button down below, and stick with us for future reasonings, fam. We're going to keep coming at this hard in 2022. We hope to see you with us. Be safe, fam. Peace.